They like.
What's up, y'all? This is Relly, back with another video. Yes, son, today we got to talk about the first preseason game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we have a lot to unpackage, right? A lot of things happened, and first and foremost, we got to talk about how sloppy the game was in terms of fouls and turnovers for both sides. Both teams was very, very sloppy, made a lot of unnecessary fouls and a lot of unnecessary turnovers, but a lot of that was expected because of how long it's been since both of these teams has played basketball, right? But we also have to give shout out to these players on the Cleveland Cavaliers: Seti, Dotson, Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, and Thon Maker. Those 5 players play good. They did a lot of things that I am very, very proud of. And let's start off with Seti, because Seti in the first quarter, I was like, oh my God, Seti Osman, this is not what I want you to be. I thought Seti Osman was on the wrong path. And then second quarter hit and he start cooking. He start realizing that he has to be a better player. He start realizing that he had to be better. Like, this team needs Seti Osman to play good, right? Then Dotson hit some really big shots from the 3 inside. Just that, kind of like floater-like jump shot. He was hitting some really big shots down the stretch of the game. Darius Garland, I've been telling y'all, just hold the brakes on Darius Garland. Darius Garland has shown us that his confidence is improving, right? That floater he got, that little hesitation he got when he gets to the basket is impressive. Now, it is things he has to improve on, especially passing. In the first couple quarters, I've noticed that he's kind of a little too quick to get that pass out, especially when he's like literally a feet away from the player. He needs to work on that, as well as him attacking the paint, right? Sometimes I feel like he expects something to happen, but when it doesn't happen, he throws a pointless turnover, and I think he has to improve on that. But offensively, I think he's gotten better and more confident in himself, which we need, right? And then Isaac Okoro, man, I give you applause, man. Isaac Okoro hit the game winner. He closed the game out and hit a good free throw to have the score 107-104 to have the Cleveland Cavaliers win the game. He hit 2 threes, I believe. I don't think it was 3, but I think it was 2 threes. Hit some good shots. Hit a not a reverse, but like, other side of the basket. I don't know how to say it right now, but he hit some really good shots. I like him, right? Defensively, he's there. Defensively, he's what they said he is. Now, my only criticism with Isaac Okoro, I've noticed, especially in the second quarter, he gets a little stagnant. He gets a little frozen to a point where even Garland had to tell him, hey, Isaac Okoro, move. Just move. Come on. You got to keep moving, because he just gets a little stagnant. And a lot of the players was, making sure they talk to him, like Dante Exum, Kevin Love, Dellavedova, Thon Maker, and even Darius Garland were just making sure that Isaac Okoro knew what he was doing, right? And then Thon Maker I was kind of in question about, because I've always knew Thon Maker to have all this potential, and then as he start not living up to it, I was so disappointed. But on the Cleveland Cavaliers, he did some very small things that was very, very notable, especially on the rebound side and on the defensive end, where he was contesting a lot of shots and made a lot of the Indiana Pacers think about the decisions they was making if they went inside the paint, right? As well as him understanding that when he has small guys on him, attack that. They're not big enough to guard you. Attack that. Get easy buckets. Get to the line. Do what you got to do, right? And also, I got to talk about Dylan Windler, because he slightly disappointed me today, but I have to understand that this is the first preseason game. He has a lot of time to grow. He hasn't played in a while as well, especially based off the injury. But what I really do like about him is what he was doing off the ball. He stayed moving. He stayed in positions where he could get a foul or get another man open, which I really, really like, right? And I think I've already touched on the part where Cleveland Cavaliers were sloppy. We were sloppy on turnovers. We were sloppy on fouls. We were just sloppy. And I feel like with JB Bickerstaff, we will get better on that. JB Bickerstaff, throughout each quarter, you start noticing the Cleveland Cavaliers start getting a lot more patient. This is how we kept the game close and eventually won the game. And this is why I'm really, really interested in seeing what the Cleveland Cavaliers can do, because honestly, I sincerely think that the Cleveland Cavaliers can contest for a playoff spot, especially after watching the Knicks, the Pistons, the Bulls, and there was another team I seen in the East play. Oh, and I think I said the Knicks, right? Oh, and the Magic. After seeing all those Eastern teams play, I really think the Cleveland Cavaliers can legitimately contend for it, because you got to think about it. Kevin Porter Jr. as well as JaVale McGee did not play in this game. And I feel like those 3 acquisitions added to our Cleveland rosters currently is going to really, really benefit our roster, because, man, this team right here is actually pretty impressive, and I feel like they can really do some damage, right? And anybody that has any slander on Kevin Love in the first 2 quarters was very, very impactful. Yes, you might look at his stats and say, oh, how? But this is the small things he do on the court, that you have to watch the game to really identify how important Kevin Love is to the Cleveland Cavaliers system. And Andre Drummond is starting to become more and more essential to our roster, just watching him play and watching the small things he do, especially if he improves defensively. So, down in the comments below, let me know how y'all feel about this and how y'all feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers' future. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content, because we are on the 1K grind, and with y'all, I know I can get there. So, with that being said, Ghost.
Hey, motivated all about cash flow, ran it up and ran out of excuses. In the field and we turned into hoopers. For the clip like mines we shoot, just like some soldiers we trooping.